What's good, y'all? It's me again, left side of the brain. Go ahead, do us a favor, hit that likes button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get right into it. How y'all doing today? Let me know in the comments section. Beautiful day where I'm at. 76 degrees right now. That's what my dashboard is telling me. It's a beautiful day. I just wanted to go into some subject matter, for those who still may be doubting everything we speak about, you know, let me tell you this. What would you be doing if you was on this earth all by yourself? What would you be doing? Even right now, would you have clothes on your body right now? Like where I'm at right now, it's 76 degrees. It's a nice, beautiful day. Ask yourself, wherever you are, you may be in a tropical area right now. I don't know the temperature of your city, where you are right now. But ask yourself this. How would you be acting? How would you be feeling if you was on this earth by yourself? With everything that you needed, food, shelter, and everything. Would you have clothes on your body right now? Think about it. So I'm setting something up. What I'm setting up is the reality of the HPB realm is within that question that I just asked you. Because if you are acting any different right now than you would act if people were around, that's telling you that the reality of the HPB system or realm is 100% real. It's not anything farce or far-fetched. Because think about it. When you in the shower by yourself, right? You're naked, right? So instead of me using that first example, let's just say the shower, for instance. When you're taking a shower, you have no clothes on. You have a shower curtain. You are veiled behind the shower curtain. How do you act in the shower? You do whatever the hell you want to do in the shower. You probably sing. You're probably dancing. You're probably doing whatever you want to do. And some other stuff that you probably don't even want to tell us. Why do you do that? Because you are in your own environment. Just like the example I said. How would you be acting if you was the only person in this world? Within your own environment, you do whatever the hell you want to do. There is nothing restricting you. There are no borders for your behavior when you are by yourself. Now, put yourself in a room with four corners. You in that room all by yourself. You singing to yourself. You doing whatever you want to do. The moment, and you knew I was building up to this. The moment someone enters into that environment, what happens? You see? You immediately start to change. What's the first thing that happens when someone comes into your presence? That's right. You adjust your behavior. You see, when you wake up out of the bed in the morning, you don't fix your clothes and say, oh, make sure my shirt is neat and let me get this lint out my beard. And you don't do all of that. You only do that because you preen and you prep yourself for other people. You don't do it for yourself. And the reason why you do it in the presence of other people and you don't do it in your own presence, because when you are by yourself, you are free. You are free from judgment of other people. Fuck it. You free from the HPB realm. I don't like to be too wordy. I like to get straight to the point. You free from the HPB realm when you are by yourself. You see? When you throw other people into the equation, what happens? Oh, do I sound right? Do I look good enough? Is my hair fixed right? Is my beard combed right? Is my skin too ashy? What about my breath? How does my breath smell? Do I need a breath mint? You see? You start adjusting yourself to benefit other people, not yourself. And that's the baseline, bottom line premise for what the HPB realm is built upon. It's built upon satisfying others above yourself. We're going back to the basics on this channel. The HPB realm, the number one rule in the HPB realm, and I'm going to put this in my book too, is satisfying others above yourself. First and foremost, that's the first thing that you slip into, which leads to falling further and further into the hole of the HPB realm. Satisfying other people. And that little, see, you don't see the significance. And you know how they say the devil is in the small details? It's the small things that lead to bigger things. You fixing up your hair leads to something greater. Before you know it, that fixing your hair for somebody else, it leads to selling out your soul for somebody else. Why do people sell their soul? Because they want to be famous. What's the foundation of being famous? Other people. Being known and recognized by other people. So when you find yourself making adjustments for other people, that's when you need to go into the bathroom, run the cold water, splash your face. Because those little baby steps will lead to bigger steps. You get what I'm saying? Because this thing is done in increments. You see? I was thinking to myself today how people went from wearing baggy clothes to wearing skin-tight jeans. You see? And it didn't happen suddenly. It happened over time. A little bit at a time. They changed the perspective of people through the media. At one time, hip-hop was the music that encouraged everybody to wear baggy clothes. And that same music, they used those same artists to change the perception of people far as skinny and baggy. Now you have everybody wearing skinny clothes, tighter fitting clothes. And once they change the perspective, guess what? The whole clothing industry's changed. So now you can go shopping for clothes and guess what? They don't even make baggy jeans like that. They don't even make the baggy cut jeans. Now your only option is skinny jeans. You see? But that's how it works. They get people to change in small little increments. So once they get enough people to change, to adjust their behavior, guess what? That's when they change the whole industry. So it's the small things that matter. You may think, I don't count. Yeah, you count. Because enough people thinking, I don't count, leads to a lot of people saying, I don't count, so I may as well sell out. And before you know it, that's how they got the whole world to the point that it is now. Because everybody let the little things pass, slip past them, until now it's easy for them to make, they can readjust things and have everybody selling out to the present day that we are in now. Everything that's unnatural has become natural. And that's why this channel is so vital and it's so important, because it's one of the last voices that's left out here. This left side of the brain channel. It's one of the last echoes of truth from the past. And guess what? I can't be here forever. We all have our time. Everything is given a time. So that's why it's so important for you to remember every lesson that we teach on this channel. Because pretty soon, they're going to have everybody at a position where everybody will accept not having freedom of speech. And pretty soon, anybody that says anything against the status quo, guess what? You can already see it on YouTube right now. They're going to ban certain information. So that's why y'all better take advantage of this stuff right here and now. And that's why I'm doing that book. Because a book, see, I don't depend upon electronic devices like that. And I'm working on a book today. I just decided to do this video, because I'm about to go get some lunch and whatever. Well, it's past lunchtime, but I call it lunch because it's my first time eating today. But that's why I'm doing that book, so you can have that hard copy material. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't think this YouTube stuff gonna be up like this forever. What y'all think? You tell me. Because it's too, and if it is, they're going to put such a restraint on what you can say. These type of channels will be like a thing of the past. You see what I'm saying? So let's get back on, if you was in the shower by yourself, okay, someone enters the room, all of a sudden, you are in fear because you are naked. You are naked. You don't want someone to see you in your raw self. Get out. Get out. I'm taking a shower. Do you have any manners? Why are you coming here and I don't have no clothes on? People hate being, transparent. They don't like that. So that's a natural way that you can understand why people, or why the majority of people, shun the truth. People, they don't like to be in their birthday suit. What they say, when you first born, no clothes on. Because that just represents the raw truth of who you are, at least physically. And people hate being naked before everybody like that. And that's key to understanding the mentality of people. People would rather be deceptive. This nature that we live in, it's a very deceptive nature. It's inherent for people to be deceptive or more comfortable with the lie that they lie in. And I did a video on this before, similar to this. Remember that video I did about being naked? Y'all remember that? Go back. I forget the title of it, but go back in the videos and go watch that video. People feel more comfortable with clothes on. Why do you feel more comfortable with clothes? Because guess why? It represents clothes, closed and close. A closed spiritual eye and clothes on your body. A closed spiritual eye is one who can't see everything. Just like when you got clothes or closed on your body, you feel more comfortable. You see? And they feel more comfortable with you not seeing, having closed spiritual eye, just like the clothes on your body. So the people who run this HPB realm, they feel more comfortable with you not knowing the truth about things, because that gives them the position to rule over you. Just like you yourself, you feel more comfortable and more, what's the word? Confident around people with clothes on. because you may have some stretch marks that you're covering up or something. You think all of these people that you see walking around during the day, do you think they would be as confident as they are? The ones who putting on, if they was naked and had their stretch marks showing, or if they had like a beer belly or some type of, something that they was trying to cover up, or if their manhood wasn't as large as they think a woman would like it to be. You think a lot of people who are claiming to be confident, they not as confident as they are. They are hiding behind clothes. They hiding behind job titles. They hiding behind how much money they make yearly. They hiding behind what kind of car they drive. See, this artificial world that we live in, it create barriers where people can hide behind things. Because again, this world is not dictated by the truth. It's dictated by lies. That's why people can be anything and be respected, because it's an illusion and it's a lie. You see, if this world was based upon truth, guess what? We would be the ones on top. If you had to purchase things based upon your spiritual wisdom and knowledge, you know how they say spiritual wealth is the real bank account. If we had to live based upon our spiritual wealth, far as you buy a mansion with how much spiritual wealth you got, I would be a billionaire. But it's not made like that. This world is made in a way where you can be ignorant, you can be spiritually ignorant, but as long as you got what it takes to be a HPB, as long as you can say all the things they want to hear, as long as you can live like as a lesser individual, you can get all the money, you can get all the women. You want to end a relationship with a female? Start telling her the truth about things. Start saying stuff that goes against what's on television. If you want to get rid of anybody, start telling them the truth, and you'll see friends and so-called friends and all of that, they'll start leaving your life instantly. That's why I told y'all in the other video that friendship stuff is borderline demonic. Because when you're dealing with friends, you're dealing with another person's spirit. And what ends up happening is you in tug of war with somebody else. Because when you're dealing with other people, they always got another motive in mind. It's like you wrestling for their attention. And what happens when you do that is you start sacrificing what it is that you want to do to appease somebody else. Even down to the smallest things of where you want to eat at. I want to eat at Burger King. I want to eat at McDonald's. Okay, we'll go to Burger King today because you want to go to Burger King. You see, you got to sacrifice what you want to do to appease somebody else. And then it turns into this tick for tack thing. Oh, I did it this time. You got to do it this time. Okay, I did that for you this time. And you'll find out that after a while, you lose yourself by appeasing to everybody else. So that's the first thing that gets you caught up deeper into this HPB realm. When you start sacrificing yourself for other people. So everything I'm saying is basically this. If you keep the mentality that you have when you are naked in the shower by yourself, nobody could ever bring you down. That mentality, when you by yourself, just like me, I'm in this car by myself, saying whatever I want to say. I don't have to worry about nobody policing what I'm saying. It's just me and this camera pointed to my mouth. I'm free as can be. The moment somebody else come into the picture, they start intruding upon your freedom. I don't care who it is. The moment somebody walk their hind parts into your space, they start intruding upon you. Notice. Ever been in a house by yourself, you was asleep, then somebody come knocking at your door, then you got to put on this fake smile. Who is it? Oh, were you asleep? No, I wasn't asleep. You end up lying. No, I wasn't asleep. I was just straightening up. I've been up for hours. You know you haven't been up for no hours. But because somebody else came into your presence, bringing this other energy, you trying to make them feel like you was all uppity when you wasn't. You was at home sleeping, chilling, relaxing. But because somebody else come into your presence, you got to put on this facade. You got to put this mask on. You get what I'm saying? Now imagine being in a relationship or being married to a woman and you in the bed with them and you have to live with them. Guess what? You readjusting your life for somebody else. Because how you behave in a situation where you got roommates is not how you will behave when you are by yourself. So what is all of this telling you? It's telling you that the social norms that's set up around us, that is what the human prison bar system is made of. Those social norms. Yes, it's a normal way of life, but guess what? It has a downside to it. Because the people who control this world, you have to do it their way. And doing it their way means shut up, left side of the brain. Their way goes against the natural way. You see the LGBTQ movement. Their way is to silence anything that has the potential to bring true freedom to mankind. Their way is everything that promotes the dollar, money, everything that promotes sinful nature. That's their way. Anything that goes against nature and the things that left side of the brain is saying, that's their way. Their way is the wrong way. Their way is to brainwash your children. Their way is to support men sleeping with men, women sleeping with women. That's their way. And how they control you? Because they disconnected us from natural living. See, once they created money, and I go into this real heavy in the book. Once they invented money, that's when they had everybody. You see, once they created a world where you depend upon money to buy things, and you don't depend upon nature itself, actually just going out into nature and just eating. See, back when people could live upon nature itself, didn't have to pay mortgage and rent, nobody could control you then. But now, since everything is connected, everything is on a computer, everything is basically on a computer file. Everything, your whole life is on a computer file. Once the world got to that position, it's either what they say or the highway. When you in these jobs, you got these managers over you. You got managers and stuff over you that you don't even know. You only know them because of the job. So that in itself lets you know they don't care about you. It's all about money at the end of the day. It's not about this stuff that left side of the brain is saying. It is for us, but for them, it's not. They don't care about any of this. They don't care about how you feeling. They don't care if you feeling down. Only thing they care about is Are you down with us or not? Simple as that. That's what it all boils down to, man. Like I just left out of the library, right? When you're in the library, it's a certain code of ethics that you must follow. Not because you created that code of ethics, but the people around you. They sitting in silence. If you talk too loud, like I said, women control the atmosphere. The only time you could break the library rule of being quiet, if women in the library started laughing loud, giggling loud, taking off their shirts, flashing their titties, nobody would have a problem with it. But let a man do that. See, this thing, it has its exceptions for females in certain situations. You see. But all in all, the truth is this. The prison bar system around you, the human prison bar system around you, is built within the social norms that people do. When babies first come into this world, they don't understand social norms. Like I was at Taco Bell yesterday, and this woman came in and she had her 3-year-old son with her. And somebody who was in there previous, they left a bag of jelly beans open on the table. So the little kid, he went and stuck his hand in the bag of jelly beans and started eating them. And his mom said, "No, don't do that." So I'm saying that because as a child, you don't understand things like this property belongs to this person, so that means you don't take it. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't adhere to that. I'm just using that as an example to let you know that your soul comes from a place where it's not, where it doesn't have to adhere to any social norms. So that's proof in itself that this body that your soul is placed into, it doesn't understand social norms until somebody shows you, because your soul comes from a place that's free from any of this. And none of us asked to be here. But when we get here, we start finding out social norms on top of social norms. And then it gets to the point, you get to the point the left side of the brain got to, which is, well, damn, we prisoners. Because if I can't live the right way without being punished for it, then, God damn it, we prisoners to the human prison bar system. You get what I'm saying? But the HPBs, they the ones who uphold the construct of the social norm system. So they can get away with things because they are the human prison bars. And the more you grow, the more you'll realize that I'm not a part of this thing. I came to that conclusion in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know, being outside of the mainstream, I've always felt that my entire life.